We are starting our third episode, and so what we're going to do real quick to start us off is a recap where we landed after session 2. We started off with a performance in the Bronze Bowl that everyone was so prepared for, knowing that they were stepping into roles in front of thousands of people. After that went so well, with Cicero being the lead, the founder, actor in the performance, that went so well, money was thrown into the bowl, and this group of strangers started to chat with each other about who they were and what they were doing, complimenting their efforts, and walking through the garden in Populous, continuing to ask questions and get to know who their new-ish friends were going to be, which was briefly interrupted by some yelling, some shouting going on by the lake. So the trip to go into Populous to get paid and to get cake was interrupted by Savarin, somebody that one of the other players had interacted with earlier that day, being attacked and dragged into Lake Georgina by Chulos, these small as in 6 foot tall, crab-like beings. So we will transition to everyone. You are now recovering at the side of the lake with Savarin swimming up to the surface as the 6 of you have now slain.
I don't remember. I didn't realize that one of us had already met Savarin.
I did.
Well, you were.
It was a really uncomfortable conversation. You don't remember?
Right. So Pilgrim did that. He has no idea who this person is, but
Right.
But
one
Steven.
That's why I'm using my Steven voice.
Right.
It's not Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Steven was just asking. So that was when you had the really awkward conversation.
Yeah.
She tried to lay hands on you?
No, she was giving me a ticket, and I was just I don't know what ticket.
She tried to catch these.
She tried to catch these hands. No, she tried to
You
give me
said,
a
do
ticket.
you want to
She tried to
fight
catch
me?
these- Yeah.
She said she had a feeling.
Hey, copyright.
Sorry.
She had a feeling. That's what it
That
was.
Orleth was
More
meant to
than a
have this
feeling.
point.
Yeah.
Again.
And I got suspicious of the feeling. She asked me if I was superstitious, and I was like,
Okay.
I think we'll be very.
Well, that was fun. Should we get some cake?
Yeah. And then
Wait.
Pilgrim says, did someone already know this person? He doesn't
okay.
do that.
Pilgrim sounds different.
I go up
Talk
to
about the science infection.
7. What's her name?
Savarin?
Gosh, this is a marker of
Yes,
Orleth
yes.
to not remember
For sure.
names. I walk up to her and say, "Hello, 7. What were those things? Are you okay?"
As she's gasping for breath at the surface of the lake, just now making it, and you just look down. Hello, Savarin.
Get out,
No,
dry
I
out.
call her 7.
Pilgrim is helping her get to the surface. He dove in after her, after killing the last thing, and after she gets up to the dock, she's laying on her back and catching her breath. I don't know. They're... And she's looking back into the water. We call them Chuloths, but I don't know how I got here. And she's staring down at the ground with like very distant look to her face as she's thinking through and trying to remember things that were happening.
The end. Pilgrim is so Pilgrim having just ripped a head off of one of these things. I say that like as Pilgrim was helping her out of the water, he kind of had his focus on the corpse of this headless thing. As it kind of is it like in the water? Is it just like where is this thing? Is it
Yeah, I feel like
floating
half in,
away?
half out. Heavy enough to sit in the 4 foot deep part, and a little bit of its shell 6 foot.
Right. Well, I think that Pilgrim is a little shocked at Pilgrim's own actions there. So Pilgrim is kind of staring at his corpse, and he definitely helps her out of the water, but it's all very kind of like half mind kind of thing, and he's still just kind of staring at this corpse a little bit, just sort of lost in thought, shock, whatever kind of thing. That's what I'm doing.
Misery is gonna walk up to Pilgrim, kind of like put a hand on his back, just say, "Man, those things are gnarly."
And as he says this, you can look up and see he's got Misery has like bleeding from his neck from when one had clawed up at him. He took a hit, and so did Pilgrim, and so both of you are looking the most rough from that fight.
Well, I got healed.
You did, yeah. So you're not actively bleeding, but there's still some show.
I have 8 whole hit points. I'm fine.
Yeah, I say, man, those things are gnarly. That really hurt, didn't it? When you got hit, I got hit too, and it hurt. But I know I healed you, so you probably feel good now. I know, but this really hurts in my neck, really bad. So I guess that's.
And I just, as he's going on in circles, Pilgrim just kind of, I haven't lost control like that in a long time. He just continues to stare at this corpse.
Kind of while y'all are talking, Tuli is kind of hanging back a little bit, kind of forlorn. And she's just kind of looking at her hands, like, kind of like, what happened? And she's like trying to snap her fingers and like nothing's happening. And so she's just kind of in her own world, having her own moment of like something's wrong. That's what she's doing.
We're all
That's mysterious.
Except for me, I'm just trying to talk to
Savarin.
Severus Snape is her name.
But what? Okay, she said she didn't know how she got there.
Yeah.
I asked her the last thing what's the last thing you remember?
And she starts to recoil a little bit. I was at the Onyx Pillar Academy. It's where I work with Munkin. And I remember a voice telling me to go to the lake, or calling me into the lake.
Is that the same thing that told you to give me that shiny paper?
No.
Okay.
No, this feels very different.
In what way?
I've never had this memory issue before. And this voice sounded harsh and scary.
Do you hear it now?
No, I don't hear anything now.
At this point, Cicero is gonna kind of do a message to Loreleth, and I'm gonna say, "Can we get the cake now?"
His message.
I'm saying it
in your head.
like in your head
So-
to you.
And you can whisper telepathically back to him.
It's like,
Loreleth has not been around people in many years.
And multiple of them have already only spoken through mind language.
by the way, my name is Cicero.
Well, I also heard a voice, but I think it belongs to this youngster over here.
I'm just behind her doing this.
We are going to go get some cake that I've heard of
Yeah.
to get for Grinjin. I remembered his name, everyone. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Would you like to join us and maybe some of your memories will come back and
Yeah,
for it?
I can walk around with you all for a bit.
do you want some cake? I've heard it's good.
Maybe,
I don't really know what it is, but
I don't have much of an appetite right now, but maybe after you all could walk me back to the academy and I could just rest there.
Is she visibly hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no rolls needed.
No perception check.
Yeah.
Crabs drag her into the ocean.
Question, is she hurt?
Yeah,
was
not as bad as either of you two are,
Yeah.
but some scratches and stuff, and the robe that she was wearing is a bit torn.
I was like, I asked her if she was okay, and she said she was okay now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's not like gasping for breath and like coming in and out of
she does not
consciousness or
need
anything.
healing, if
Not
that's
like-
what you're asking.
Not like me.
Where's she want to get walked back to?
The Onyx Pillar Academy.
Onyx Pillar Academy.
Yeah.
Do we know what that is?
No.
No?
No.
Does he know what it is?
No.
I don't know what it is.
Do you guys know what the Onyx Pillar?
Apparently not.
I'm gonna say
I'm
that
telling you.
Pilgrim is kind of slowly his I don't know what I'm trying to say. His distant gaze has kind of gone from the crab corpse to kind of what was the action that was going on. And I look at this person again, and I say, because I don't know their name, I'm going to ask now.
Yeah. Yes.
Pilgrim says, "What did you say your name was again?"
Savarin.
Savarin. Do you know where we might find perhaps a health potion or two, or perhaps a cleric, or someone that this, it seems both for yourself, for myself, and for my miserable friend here.
Hey, look at that. Somebody cares about me.
Nope.
We came out of this encounter a little worse for wear, and I think, sadly, we do not have a cleric in our party, so might we encounter one? Do you know of any? And perhaps at this, you say you're taking us to an academy of some sort? Might there be people who can help us?
Help!
What are we near?
The lake. And what else?
Is there any other nature there? Can I use my wisdom for medicine? Can I find things to medicinize and heal them?
It would take a while to like find, like you have to be
Okay.
spending a decent amount of time like running around to try to find stuff, and then to maybe repurpose it in a way that would make it healing.
Okay.
So that would take longer than the immediate moment y'all are looking for right now. But she's nodding along while you are asking about healing, cleric, etc. At the academy, Munkin has many natural ways of healing. It's one of his specialties. If you all needed some assistance, he's not there tonight though. He's working with the Bronze Bull and all of the efforts with the creatures and things that were involved there, and just assisting the council with cleanup afterwards. But I could maybe root around and find some things and patch your friend up a bit. She nods to Misery.
I mean, honestly, I can heal myself. I just kind of want to mess with you guys. But,
You also know your rehearsal is very soon.
yeah.
Across the lake is a setting sun, and it's starting to get into right at the beginning of night.
Can you remember the name of that's where we're going, the coffee shop, right?
Smash Pod.
Smash Pod.
Smash pod. Not smash pod.
Tuli finally kind of snaps out of it and she says, I think we might have a first aid kit at Smash Pod.
Ooh,
We could, like, try that.
that would be perfect.
What
actually.
is
I need to go there anyway.
Smash Pods?
I'm so glad you asked. It's a coffee shop. Or no, it's a feta shop. Excuse me, I don't know why I said coffee. That was weird. I'm still getting, used to this language.
Cake.
At this point, Cicero's getting tired of waiting, so he runs up and he's gonna imitate or change into like a Thule lookalike, and he goes, "This is great. Also, cake, please, thanks."
Tuli says, wow, I agree. Oh, let's go get some cake.
Yep. And then
So good.
he snaps his fingers.
Yeah.
Wow. Does this Smash Pod also provide cake as in addition to first aid kits and the coffee?
No, but I think there might be some markets nearby right outside that we could buy some from, and then we could take it in and have feta and cake.
Great idea.
And also, I guess,
And
maybe
feta
get
cake.
a first aid kit going, I guess.
Yep.
That could be one of our
I
priorities.
just need to stitch this open neck wound up, and
Sure.
it doesn't really hurt.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Yes.
I can leave you there.
So
Yep.
we have two places now, though. Because
Cake is not at the same.
Savarn's trying to go to Academy, and now we're trying to go to...
Oh yeah,
Maybe I
I'm not
say,
going to the camp.
so Baron, would you like to come to the Smash Pods and then we can take you back to the Academy after?
Sure.
Maybe we can talk some more about everything that's going on.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. My curse smells like
Oh yeah, dice!
What kind of
Nice.
creature is she?
She's a human.
Just a human?
Yeah, she
virtual dicing maniac.
she looks pretty young. She has long black hair that's very wet, and like
I'm gonna
matted
try
down
her
to the
with
back
these.
of her head. But you can also see this like shock of grayish white hair,
Ooh.
stripes out.
Got a little goth to her. Maybe she's a music fan.
Are goth people specifically mean?
Can y'all see what it is?
It is a 9.
There's a 9.
Which is -3.
Yeah.
So 6.
You heard of a goth person who doesn't like music?
Just kind of quietly nods along to the plans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's this way. Follow me.
Come on!
We follow.
You had something you wanted to say.
I was just wondering how rough I would feel being 11 out of 14.
Fine.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Once,
3 out of 9.
Yeah.
You just do have the highest hit points out of all of
I'm
us.
not
Yeah.
trying to brag. I just didn't know if I was like.
Yeah.
I mean, Misery's talking about his neck wound. Like,
I'm
do
feeling
I
a
have
little bit
one?
more like
Yeah, just
3
find out how bad it is to like still have 11 hit points.
Mystery's just spurting blood out of his neck.
I'm doing well.
Good news.
Misery's
thing-
fine. He's just trying to bring attention to himself.
Gwendolyn just like watches this whole conversation happen, and then people start to move, and she's like, "I'm okay." So stepping into the marketplace, I'll just ask who you are one part leading this to find the cake. So it would be an investigation check to look around, try to see if you can find it.
Okay.
And if anyone would
I
like
know
to
where we're
follow you-
going.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could offer advantage or roll yourself as well.
I will offer advantage because
Okay.
I'm currently tooling. I'm supporting my new friend.
Okay, so you
just
can
as
roll
happy as I
an
am.
investigation check with advantage.
Okay. I have my
Find.
next check.
Into the cool thing.
What's the cool thing?
This.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. Right.
Automatic advantage die or disadvantage.
19.
And I have
And
plus
it's some
5.
love too.
Okay, great.
24. You know exactly where the cake
I have
is.
plus 5 to investigation.
Yeah,
Okay.
so with a 24.
So, let me just narrate what
Sure,
happens.
go for it.
Okay. I immediately find a cake.
Wow.
I zone in on it and march straight over there and say, guys, come here, look, cake. I give you cake.
And you see that there are already a couple other people there buying cake. Roll a d4 for me, anyone. The 4-sided die, just throw one out for me.
Okay.
Go for it.
That's
Okay,
a
Steven's on it.
5.
3.
Okay,
Three.
got it. And so a crowd is forming, and there are 3 cakes left,
Oh!
and one of them is being currently purchased. So, how do you all respond? We've got Cicero.
Pick me. Who's selling the cake?
You see a Furbolg person. So they are a large, bluish-skinned, almost cow-like in appearance, with like a little bit of an upturned nose that's pink, but they've got this bluish skin. They're kind of thinner though, and they have long, light pale green hair that's braided back. They're sitting in a chair behind this table, though there is a large crowd, and they seem very relaxed as somebody just says, I've got 8 silver here, and they drop down 8 silver. Yeah, all right, great. And then he lifts up this cake. The cake itself is really cool looking. So you can see different plates with a 3-tiered cake, slices on these plates ready to go, with a pinkish colored icing in between. But on this full cake that he's handing over to somebody, you can see a model of Populous made out of icing on top. And so the full city with its markets and the castle and the bowl is all decorated finely on top. And that cake is then sold for 8 silver pieces, as then another person starts to say, oh, I don't want that one. And then you can hear somebody else, I'll take the last one. And whoa, whoa, whoa. So
I would like to. Can I cast prestidigitation and make the cakes smell terrible, like just rotten?
okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to do anything?
No, that's just automatically.
I'm gonna cast on all 3 cakes.
Yes,
And I just want them to smell terrible,
great.
like molded cake.
Yeah.
Do I know the person working the stand?
You don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is the Furbolg's?
No.
Ah.
Interesting.
Jorgen.
But go ahead and roll intelligence, d20 plus intelligence.
Okay.
As you're sneaking your way through, trying to make a very potent bad smell and see how effective this is to change people's mind with the power of your magic.
Do I have an advantage on this or no?
Nope.
D20 plus intelligence. 12.
Okay, got it.
You're smart.
The person who bought their cake takes theirs and leaves as they look back and are offended by whatever smell is happening. But as people are starting to put their coins forward and they all start to smell this, they start to just look around and kind of slink back, and even the Furbolg at the table. What is And he sits up. What is going on?
I'm gonna at this point. I'm going to. Who's the best person to do this? I'm going to. Has he seen me yet?
He doesn't look directly at you. No.
Okay. I'm gonna change into the guy that was the caller at the stadium, the arena.
The caller?
The guy that was like yelling out the instructions of like.
Oh, you never saw the MC.
I never saw him.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was the one that sent us out.
No.
Who sent us out?
The young gnome with the clipboard. You never learned his name.
Yeah, that's not important. Okay.
Clipboard.
I've not seen the old man that she lives with.
No.
I don't know what he looks like. I've never met him. Okay. The guard.
Okay. Tank.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
George.
Great.
You turn into Tank.
Great. Hello there. Hello there.
Hey, Tank. Welcome back.
Oh, these cakes smell awful. What happened this year?
I wouldn't say it's the cakes. I don't know. Maybe one of you all.
No, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me, and
I'm gonna take the cake out of one of their hands.
just for a second, just for a minute.
Make a strength check. Who is leaving with their cake?
No, not the person that just picked one up. They're all leaving?
There's two on the table, or behind the table with this Furbolg. He sold one,
that's
and one
what I
is
got.
leaving without. Are you trying
Nine.
to fight that cake out of their hand?
No, I was trying to pick one up from behind.
Oh, you can't reach it.
Oh, okay.
They're next.
Well, then yes. And I rolled a 9.
So, wait, you're gonna like jump over the table?
No, the one that's walking away.
You're gonna chase up. They rolled a higher strength check than you.
Okay, great.
And so you go to take it, they fight it off, and then proceed to go away.
Okay, that's fine. Let me see one of those back there.
You're gonna have to pay for it.
No, I'm telling you, smell it. I'm telling you, I smell the cakes from a mile away. They're bad this year.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
What is that? Charisma?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. 4.
We're also
Tank, you already bought your cake. Just let these people get theirs. Go on your way.
I know, and I brought it home, and you know what? It smelled like this. It smelled bad.
Is anyone here gonna actually buy a cake?
Yes, these people.
I'm pointing right at Laura left.
has the bag of coins and goes, coin?
Yeah. This is gonna be 8 silver for one of these cakes here. Can you count it out? Show me that you have enough here.
She empties it into her hand
Mm-hmm.
and counts it
Mm-hmm.
and is like,
He gave you 6. So you do not have enough for this cake right now.
Pilgrim is watching this slow, falling apart of all reality as we attempt to purchase a cake. And
I was given one job.
I wish I could tell you.
Buys them, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So earlier, I had 25 silver.
Yes. You recall. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull out 2 of the silvers and just kind of lean forward, drop it into Laura's left hand, and then.
And once the 8 silver is provided and you start to lean forward, another person goes, I'll pay you a gold for it. And the purple goes, okay.
How much is that?
It's 10 silver.
Jerry.
I'm just
Does Tuli know this Furbolg? Because she works right at Smashbox, right?
Yeah.
Store.
No, you haven't met this guy. Okay.
His name's not Jerry.
His name's
Jerry. Bill.
This is all very confusing. I will just the gold piece if you would just provide.
No,
that.
the cake smells bad. You don't want
And then
it.
he takes one of the cakes next to him and sells it for a gold, and there's still one cake next to him in the back. That person leaves. Other people don't seem too interested in the cake at this point. And as you're still holding the 8 silver out, he leans over, grabs the other cake. Nobody seems to interject. Hands the cake over, takes the 8 silver.
Thank you.
Well, I did for nothing. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Well, to be honest, you did stop other people from being
Yeah,
interested.
you made
to
it
buy
smell
the other
bad.
cake. And so
I'm going to end the smell as soon as she buys it.
yeah. All right. We still got some slices left if y'all are still hanging out, and then other people start to buy some of the slices, and he's continuing to sell cake. You have acquired a cake.
I got it.
This became a very significantly awkward interaction that worked out fine. Cake is bought.
Tuli says, yes, I know the best table we can eat this at.
I hate to disappoint you. You seem very excited. You're a very kind young woman.
Thank you.
I must take this to the kind old man, Grenjan, who I live with, who wanted nothing else but for me to bring him cake. So I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Well, I think that sounds great, but like all of it though?
I'm still unsure of this whole situation, and this model of food that looks like a tiny town. So I don't know.
What if I have a special dish at the smash pots that'll make it easier and keep it fresher when you take it back? If we just have a little bit.
WWLD.
Don't we want to like talk to some?
Yeah, but like cake.
That's true. It's up to
I'm
you.
gonna turn to the. I want to turn to the beer bowl.
Yeah.
Are there any other cakes sold at this?
All I have left are these slices.
You are the only seller of cake in the whole town.
If you were looking for any other cake, go around. This is my cake.
I do see that.
Yeah.
My question is,
I only sell my cake. I don't sell anybody else's cake.
This is the okay. I've been here before.
Can confirm.
This is the cake. I think, dude, Orlith, he can't eat a whole cake. I don't know how big this guy is. You just get him a slice, dude. You just need a slice.
Laura, do you want me to take the cake?
No.
Okay.
Loreleth is not here for Cicero's crap. She looks over at Pilgrim kind of as a like, you seem to be the most knowledgeable person here so far that I can trust. What should I do?
Trust
These
your
are our ethical
feelings.
dilemmas we have.
What should we do with the cake?
did this friend of yours say he needed an entire cake or simply to have Founders Day cake?
He wanted cake, and he gave me the amount of coin that I had for the cake, which is most of what the cost of the cake was. So, if I'm being fair,
Well, look.
6/8 of this cake goes to Grendel.
Someone even say 3/4.
Lorelyn, when my parents give me money, it's like you don't give them, like they're not gonna give me exactly the amount because.
But it wasn't even enough for the
tax,
whole cake.
There's tax. There's
Listen,
tips.
listen.
There's tips. Shh. Did you see that?
Laura left only talks to Pilgrim.
I guess so.
It seems from surveying the landscape that the highest chance of achieving the largest amount of pleased individuals is to split this cake. And if it puts your heart at ease for this friend of yours to receive 3/4 or 6/8 of this cake of yours, then we will take our fourth with gratitude and humility.
I
Okay.
don't think any of us have money except Pilgrim.
Yeah, buddy.
How'd you end up with all the money from the thing?
I found it.
Y'all have not gotten paid yet. Y'all need to go to the festival tent
And actually get
and
paid.
get paid.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah, Pilgrim has all of the money right now.
Awesome.
I agree to. That seems fair. Like I said, I don't know much about cake, don't know much about coin. I'm just here to honor my friend Grenjan's wishes. So everyone else have some of the cake, a quarter of it.
Thanks, Laura.
I'm sure Grinjan will understand your sacrifice.
He's a very understanding man, kind of.
It's probably a dog at this point.
What?
I can't trust anything she's saying.
Where are we heading next?
Smash buttons.
Right, so
Why don't we get our money?
Gotta go.
I don't like
you can
this kid.
split up. Like, y'all can just go.
I was like, can I just go to Grenjan?
Yes, you can take
That's
the
what I
cake
was
to
offering
Grenjan.
to
That's
for you.
where I'm
Yeah.
going.
Right, okay, so you can take your cake to Grenjan.
Great.
You can head to Smash Pods. Other people are interested
I'm going to
in
get the money.
Yeah,
It's like, we don't have to stay together.
right.
Bye.
Okay.
What's Savarin doing?
Yeah, Savarin, as you all just start to split apart, is just kind of looking between you and you and you.
Savarin, I'm going to the tent to get money. Do you want to come, Yup Yup?
I'm still tanking.
Right. Not really.
Okay.
I wanna try to get a read on her.
Okay. What are you reading into?
I just want to know how she's vibing. Like, is she glad that we're going to this home pods? Is she mad that we're not going to the academy?
Smash pods, yeah.
Smash pods, whatever, same
Cool,
thing.
okay.
Mouth pod, homebrew, smash
Roll
pod.
an insight check.
Yeah.
So you vibe check
The
her.
Gregorian Smash Pots.
Vibe check. That's a 7 plus 5. 12.
Okay, yeah. She overall just looks very reserved and very recoiled into herself throughout all of this. And so she's very attentive, looking around, not showing much like enjoyment of anything in this whole cake situation. She was just like standing off and like, eyeing it sidely.
I'm just going to. I want to give her just a warm smile, and I'm gonna just say, "What would you like to do, Savarin?"
We can go to Smash Pods and hang out and talk there and just relax. That sounds okay.
Now that you're our best friend.
Save you from the crowd. Okay. Then Smash Pods is where we will go. And then I turn to Tuli, and I say, lead the way.
Great, follow me.
Cool.
I'm way ahead of
Okay, so we've got our pods people. Where are you heading?
Probably also to the tent to get paid.
Okay. We wouldn't need
Do I know how to get back to Grinch's
Yes.
house?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's just fine.
good.
Yeah.
Before everyone leaves,
Follow me.
Tula yells out, "Wait! Should we meet back here tomorrow? We gotta talk about this crab lake thing, right?"
What time is it?
It's nighttime.
I just like
Jim
just
Roberts
now
did
getting
it.
into sunset nighttime.
No?
Was Battle of the Bands tonight?
Yes. And everyone did, or not everyone. Well,
We
people generally
discussed
said they were
going
going to
to
go
that,
back.
right?
So I guess the real question is, as you all are working this out, did you intend to get paid and then rejoin back at Smash Pods, or were you just going to get paid and then heading your own way?
See what happens. Go with the
Okay.
flow. See
Cool.
who needs it the most.
You as well.
I'm gonna go to Grungeon. I'm not particularly intrigued by the money. I don't see the purpose of
Right.
it. So I was planning on just staying at Grungeon's.
When would coordinate a plan for
Yeah.
getting back?
Cool. So
Uh,
continue this conversation without me.
Okay, I didn't know if we left yet. Have we already talked about where Battle of the Bands is and what time? I don't think so.
At Smash Pods and like an hour or two after sunset. So still some time.
Okay, so Misery just has to get to rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wants to come back, I can save you a table. Or a chair.
I am with you for the remainder of the day at the very least.
Great.
Dude, this guy's not gonna like it.
You're gone. You're already
Do you
Oh
want
yeah, I'm way up. I forgot.
Are we picking up y'all's paycheck or y'all doing that another time?
Gosh, I do.
Tuli's very trusting, so she says, "That'd be fine with me if you wouldn't mind."
Okay, we'll get it for you, Yup Yup.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Yup Yup.
You do not have to be tank any longer.
I kind of like it now that I'm here. Easier on my voice.
I nod and just kind of look expectantly at Tuli.
Savarin, seeing you kind of part off, and
I was gonna say I left a while ago. I have no
Yeah.
need to say goodbye to anyone. I just dipped.
yeah, Savarin sees you doing that as
Okay.
you were starting to leave off, and she branches off for a bit. And, are you coming back?
I was not planning on it, but
Okay, that's fine.
hold on. Can I do a? Can I get a? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Boogie. What is that? A
I
D20?
agree with this insight check.
What is it?
11.
11 plus 1. 12.
Okay. It just seemed like a genuine interest or almost sadness of like seeing you leave and not knowing where you were going?
Well, Well, Baron, if you would like, I will go drop off the cake, come back for a little bit.
Okay. I just wanted. It's whatever you want to do.
Clearly she cares. And Lorelette senses it.
I just wanted to talk a bit more about maybe how the Bronze Bowl went and see.
Ah, yes,
Right.
human soup.
The human.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. And she sidles back towards the group.
Lorelette puts her head back on and just saunters away with the cake in her hand like this because she's ready to give it to Gretchen because she
Right.
doesn't know what else to do with it.
Cool. Continuing that, you get home
Oh,
and with cake in hand, as you step into the house, it is absolutely quiet. And whoa! It's just a silent home.
I know what's happening.
he's an old man.
We've been watching way too much Dead Space.
And your heart drops as you enter the door frame and you hear nothing. Though it is very
Actually,
common
I
for
don't
you
wanna
to have
play
done
anymore.
this and entered at nighttime and to be quiet. He's a quiet guy.
Stop it. I walk in and I go, hello?
Snoring. You hear snoring. You find
Because the deviated something was all.
Snoring because the murderer fell asleep.
And he's dead. Oh no.
I walk in
yes.
and I assume he probably still has the fire going.
Yes, there's a dimly lit fire that is. The fire's dying. He's not. And he's in his rocking chair by the fire, just like.
Dead.
Okay. I try to, as quietly as possible, put the cake down on the table and take my hood off
Okay,
before he wakes up.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spook him.
for sure.
So I do that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of gently tap him on the shoulder. Say, Gretchen, I brought you a cake.
Tabitha,
Tabitha,
that's good.
my name is Lorelette.
Hello, Lorelette.
Oh, I know who Tabitha
You
is.
do know who
I'm
Tabitha
sorry.
is. No, it's okay. It's good to see you.
Cake.
You have the cake.
I
Yeah.
brought you 6/8 of this cake.
That's very specific.
Well, there was
Incorrectly specific. 3/4.
the cake cost 8 coin, and you gave me 6. No, it's okay. I had quite an eventful day. First I traveled, and a young girl stopped me and gave me some shiny parchment and told me to go to a bronze bowl, where I was expecting soup made of humans. That is not what I found. Instead, there was some sort of battle that happened that I participated in, but I didn't actually harm anyone. I'm still confused by what happened there. Anyway, I met a group of people, and one of the men that was a part of our little party, one might say, paid for the rest of it. So you do not need to worry. I still got it, but also the other people in the party wanted the cake too. But since they didn't pay for it, I wanted to bring you back all that you paid for.
In the midst of all that, he's like shakily getting up on the chair. He's staring at the cake, and then once you wrap it up, he's like, "That's crazy." Just walking towards
I quickly noticed that he's struggling, and I go, "Oh, let me help you." Oh,
Right, sure, and you can help him out. That's good. And he directly beelines towards the cake,
Yeah,
cuts
he does.
himself a slice, and this is plenty. You can. The rest is yours. Please, enjoy this cake. And he goes back over to the rocking chair.
You just wanted us
He
lives.
takes a single spoonful of cake.
Floralith kind of watches what he does.
Yeah.
Is a little like not hurt, but like disappointed that she fought so hard for this cake, and he clearly does not appreciate it, but still does not understand the transfer of coins for food,
For sure.
and kind of like watches him and then mimics exactly what he did,
Yeah.
getting the cake, and sits down in the chair next to him,
Aw.
watches him take a bite, and kind of like
She's never eaten.
mechanically, she's eaten before, she hasn't used her fork before.
Hundreds of years.
She kind of like mechanically watches him and
Yeah.
stabs it, eats it,
Mhm.
and is like, oh, this is delightful.
Wonderful. And as we zoom out of that household, we go into, we'll do the money first. So you two we'll just briefly go over this. You get to the tent. You describe that you're getting everyone's pay. They do give you 6 individual bags.
Even mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you all intended to get everyone's pay.
We're very kind to
You
you.
didn't
Tell you
object to
to.
it, so.
Yeah. Okay.
He was
Is it
deciding
quiet
he didn't
in the
have a
tent, too?
choice.
It is so quiet in the tent until you all arrive,
Is everyone dead?
and then they hand you money. The woman behind the counter says, "Oh yes, I recognize you all as the performers. Here are the 5 bags for the goblins, and here is your pay for being the founder." And
I hope you stop being tanked.
I did before we got in the tent.
I meant that, yeah.
Yep.
Very good, very good. Thank you. And distributes money.
I check all the bags and make sure it's full.
Okay, so for the 5
For
that
the
you are
5,
handed,
yeah.
you get. Where did we go? I wrote this down somewhere to make sure I got it right. There it is. Okay. Each bag that you have has 10 silver in it, and you have a bag that has 15 silver in it.
Oh, that's it?
I did a lot for 15.
Silver, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could have gotten you a cake and a half.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we measure all of our finances.
Cake and 5 days.
But
5, 10.
Question, how many gigs do I have?
we also now jump to the basement of Smash Pods as a bleeding
10 eighths of cake.
Misery.
And it's okay. There's an episode title in there somewhere. A bleeding tiefling walks down into the basement of Smash Pods. And as you step through, Yvonne, the singer and lead of the Displacer Beast, just goes, "Dude, that is so metal."
Yeah, I kind of want to leave it.
It's gonna give us our edge tonight, man. And so, what you walk in to see is 3 members of the band. For everyone else, Yvonne is an elven male with straw-like blonde hair, spindly frame, and piercing bright blue eyes. The bassist is already there. Her name is Mystique. She is a tabaxi with 9 earrings up on one ear, all the way up, a nose ring, an eyebrow ring, and wears a leather vest, short black cloth pants, and a long leather trench coat over top. And then Kenny. Did you get all that right?
What was your instrument?
She was the bassist.
Okay.
And then the drummer, Kenny, a human male, bald, mid-20s, and you just know he's generally a very quiet guy. And so Yvonne's like, all right, let's get this going. Let's get our rehearsal. We've got 6 songs to practice. And so let's just run through, see how they go. And so we've got 6 songs. We're gonna have you practice to see how they go. What's gonna happen is they do vary in difficulty. You will practice all 6 of them now. Anyone that you succeed in practice, you could have advantage on in the performance. So if you practice well, you'll perform well. But if rehearsal doesn't go well for that particular song, you'll just have to do a straight roll later. And Yvonne also narrates. We'll pick 3 songs to play at the battle tonight. So whichever ones we feel best about are the ones we're going to stick with. Let me get back to the metal instead of being the regular me. So don't mess up, man. We'll start with the easiest and work our way up. The first song y'all were going to practice is called Feast and Famine. You barely play in this one, but you do string along and play some of the notes. So you got to make a performance check for this first song as everyone's getting set up.
Performance.
What race is Kenny again?
Kenny's a human.
But he's bald.
Your buddy's bald.
Wow, I rolled a 2. Plus
Okay.
6 is 8.
So you do not do
This was
well.
the first song.
But this is also, you're such a minor role in this song that like nobody seems to notice. And you are just kind of like figuring out like, all right, like I just got into this fight and all this. You're like still kind of distracted. You're sitting down. It's not a good start. And also maybe because it was the easiest one, that was when you practiced the least because you're like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, maybe not.
We did that one last week.
Next song is Chained and Gone. Another easier song. You have more of a leading role. People are going to start hearing you play. Make another performance check for this one.
There we go. 19.
Okay, you feel good about that one in rehearsal, and you feel confidently you could play that one in the battle later tonight. Tortured Soul is next, and Yvonne says, if you're feeling it, man, either one of us can take the solo on this. So let's just see how this goes. If you're feeling it, we'll give you a space to try it out, see how you do. I'll do one, too. We'll see how it goes. So make a performance check for the song in general.
14.
Okay, and then make your performance check for the solo during the practice that you whip out.
12.
Okay. Yeah. You get the impression by the end of that one, if you play Tortured Soul, Yvonne will take the solo.
Ooh. I was trying to channel my pain.
Appropriately, the next song is I Need a Healer. So,
Copyright.
and this song's not as difficult as the other one that you were playing before, but another performance check.
Hero. Either.
8.
Okay. Also not doing well on this one. They're starting to look over at you in the rehearsal too.
You're
and
playing like a guy with a neck muncher.
the songs only get harder, man.
Practice.
So we really need you on this. And then he's going to give you a bardic inspiration. So you have a D8 that you can use and add to any of your checks as you're going forward. But this next song is also a song you specifically have a solo in. So it's called Drowned. And it's one of the harder songs that y'all play. Go ahead and make your performance check for the
There's
regular
two left?
song. There's this song, the solo in the song, and then one more song.
Okay. Regular song? 12.
Okay? And then a solo roll. You can see your roll and then decide to add it.
1.
Nat 1.
That.
Wow, wow.
You can't be inspired.
You also have the D20 inspiration roll
Ew.
that you could do to just add. Wait,
But that's for the
that one
whole
does fail.
game.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Yeah, the one does auto fail, you're right. So,
one is
Drowns
a
did
one.
not go well in practice.
Yeah.
You can still perform it and do fine. And then the last song, Your Mother's a Hag. This one is the hardest song that they play. It's also a crowd favorite. Make your performance check to practice this one too.
Nice. 23.
Great. Fantastic. The only songs that you succeeded in practice is the hardest one, Your Mother's a Hag, and Chained and Gone, which is one of the easier ones. So Tortured Soul, you got really close on, and you feel comfortable with it, but did not practice that one as a success. So at the end of it, I can tell you really practiced Your Mother's a Hag. That's great. That's our hardest one. We're definitely playing that one tonight.
Yeah, man. It's my favorite.
What else? What did you feel good about? Which one would you pick for tonight?
I guess. What was the other one I succeeded on?
Chained and Gone.
Chained and Gone.
Chained and Gone.
Definitely Chained and Gone.
Mm-hmm.
And well, all the other ones. I think we'll do I Need a Healer because I'm just feeling it for some reason.
Okay. All right. I'm feeling like we could maybe do Drowned, but we'll open with Chained and Gone and see
Did
how
you hear
that.
that solo on Drown though?
Yeah, the one I played, it was great.
No, you didn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the one I played. Do you remember that?
I thought he,
I thought you did.
yeah, I thought he did the solo on
Okay.
Tortured Soul.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that was the. He was one. Yep. You did.
You did?
He turned into Cicero real quick. Switched back. No. You didn't see that. You're right.
I'm gonna do the solo. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if we want to do torture soul, that's fine. You hit that soul.
We'll see. We'll see how the night goes. But
No, Mom.
we'll open with Chain of Gun. We'll close with Your Mother's a Hag. We'll see how it goes.
Don't mind that.
Right. So I covered up the cam. There we go. All right. We did the money. We did the cake. Everyone's syncing up back at Smash Pods. The group went to Smash Pods early. So going there, you have Severin. It is you and you and you and you. You four, right? To start us off.
We got back in time for the money.
Eventually, these four come first. Or I guess you three, yes. I'm so sorry. So we actually use names. Savarin and Pilgrim and Thule get to Smash Pods first. You have a piece of cake that was cut for you by Lorelei before she left.
We have 2/8 of cake. So this is happening during practice. We're just
Yeah, so you can hear the music downstairs.
the rumble.
Yeah. And there's like maybe 10 people across. There are still some open tables. Keldan is behind the counter serving and taking care of things. But you all enter into Smash Pods.
What do we see?
Keldan serving. There's people coming and going, getting their drinks. There's also some crates of like mead and stuff that he's unloading, preparing for the Battle of the Bands. A couple of the other employees there are setting a stage up with a drum set and making sure that that's ready to go. Otherwise, patrons across, but several open tables.
I'm just gonna like turn to the group and gesture to the best open table, which is, I'm gonna just say, to the kind of left of the stage, but really close to the bar, and say, I recommend this table. What do you guys think?
You seem to know your way around this place. I trust you entirely.
Great. Okay, you guys sit down. I'm gonna go get us some feta and a first aid kit.
Yeah.
And some forks.
I like that.
And then Tilly runs over to the bar and says, Cal,
Hey, great. Are you able to work tonight? We've got a lot of people coming in. Is that what you're stopping by for?
Cal, okay, here's the thing. We just had this really crazy night.
That's great. Okay, I don't have time for it. We got a lot going on. Yes or no?
How about I work a double shift tomorrow instead?
Fine. That's good. Okay. What do you need? Are you buying?
Sure. Can you put that on my tab? Can I get an advance on my double shift? Actually, I have some money. It's coming tonight. I can pay for it.
Either way, that is fine.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
How many do you need?
Can I get 3 cups of feta?
Sure.
And can I get some plates and some forks?
Correct. You can get the plates and forks yourself. You know where they are. But yes.
Also, the first aid kit. Okay, great. Thanks. Bye. And then she just goes.
What the?
behind
And
the
then,
bar.
yes, he continues serving. Somebody comes by, sets down 3 cups of a hot brown drink. Once it's set down, there's a bit of a swirl to it, and you can see in the swirly pattern there's a little bit of like a bluish, glittery tone to the drink, in little saucer-like mugs. 3 are set down, and Savarin just looks down at it. Have you had this before?
I have not. It seems to be quite the drink around here. I'm very interested to see what it is like.
Words about thing.
Thank you for helping earlier. And she's like pulling her drink up. Clink. Great. It tastes like coffee. It's fantasy coffee. Moving on. No, it has a very earthy taste to
He's
it.
sleeping.
But very quickly after drinking it, you can feel like your like attentiveness and mind just feels to like quickly sink and lock in. Of like you can focus and you feel energetic immediately and very quickly.
I see why you enjoy this beverage. Is she back yet? Am I talking?
Yes, you can. Okay.
I see why you enjoy this beverage. It is quite delightful.
I'm glad you like it.
How did you come to be employed? You work here? I seem to see that you know the person who was running the store.
I do. It's a really crazy story.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, long story short, I'm not from around here, and kind of just, blew into town. And then I needed somewhere to work, and so Kel is, don't be fooled by his gruff exterior, he's really kind. And so I started working here. I mean, they've got great feta, great music, great first aid, all kinds of things.
And then I kind of smile, nod, look at Savara and say, do you enjoy this drink as well?
This was very good. I was not expecting it to taste great. I like it. It's really cool.
Julie kind of pushes the first aid kit over to her.
Oh.
Please use whatever you need. Kel definitely said it was fine.
I think I'm okay on that, but I could take another one of these, and then she finishes off that.
Sure, I'll get it for you. And she
And when she goes, then I'm gonna put my hand on the first aid kit and bring it over to me. I'm gonna use it.
Great. Yeah, you can start to patch yourself up with it. You can roll a d6 and heal yourself for that.
Well, I have 8 of 9 health, so
great. You totally.
let's see how good I did. Yeah.
1.
You bandage up any
I'm
left
so
open.
bandaged up now. I look like a mummy.
The eye patch. So you all get back from the money, and you get back from the cake. Do you bring the rest of the cake with you?
Yes.
Great. So
Kind of begrudgingly, but it's no. He only took one slice.
Did you ask?
How
I
much
did.
cake do you have left?
There was a whole conversation about it.
in an improper
The
fraction, please describe how much cake.
infringement.
So you had 6 8. He took an 8.
4
You took an 8.
16s.
Yeah.
How much do you have left?
Half of it?
4 8.
4 8s.
Oh my gosh.
Don't play D&D and do math.
Wait.
Yeah.
At one point, while the cake is down, a dwarvish man, which I have not really described Keldan yet, but he has thick black hair pulled into one single braid. He has a lightning bolt tattoo on the side of his head, and like 3 lip rings. He looks pretty metal. This guy just walks over with a cup of feta to himself, nods over to you, takes a fork and stabs it into the cake and gets himself like a big chunk of it. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you brought me some. And then eats it.
Julie goes,
Shoots the feta.
Loreleth sits up and is just like at the ready and kind of looking around to get a feel of how everyone is feeling and sees that mostly everyone's like, that's normal. So she's like, calmly sits back.
Yeah, you're in. You're at the table.
I'm gonna change into Kel. Thanks for bringing me some. Take a bite. That's all.
I give everyone their money.
Right. You all get your bags of 10 silver, except you. You're not down in the basement. And it gets to that time. So Keldan pulls a table up by the bar, stands up on it, because at this point, more of a crowd has started to come in. Around 30 people in this place, which is like at its seating capacity. And so he stands up on this table. All right, Smashers. This is our first ever Battle of the Bands. We have narrowed it down to the finals, the Dwarven Duo, the Sickening Rays, and the up-and-coming Displacer Beasts. And as these drum sets are being taken care of, and you now have y'all coming up from the basement, and 2 Dwarven guys, one at a drum set and the other one with his large lute at an opposite kit. The bands are getting ready. Keldan says, let's start this with a real battle. Send your nastiest fighter to the ring. Everyone make a circle. And the crowd, everyone else like stands up and starts to like get a mosh pit thing together with a little ring into it. And the guitarist for the Dwarvish duo like sets his guitar down and starts to walk in. Kenny pushes his way past your band and then goes into the ring, and everyone just starts to cheer as these 2 very beefy guys from each band run in towards each other. So, give me 1 minute.
Whoa.
Can I get another d20?
They're literally fighting right now?
Literally.
It's a bad.
Kenny walks right up to Ray4 and just without even looking, just walks up, and Ray4 hits the ground, knocked out. Kenny, your drummer, walks back over. Let's go. It goes and sits on a drum set. The crowd just, yeah! And Ray4 is just, oh, as two of the crowd's people like catch him before he hits the ground and pushes him back up. He's completely dazed and just, that was a good one. Let's do this. And then starts back to his kit.
That amped me up.
Yeah, for sure. The room is electric, and Keldan then says, "All right, Displacer Beasts have won the first song to kick off the Battle of the Bands." That's where we're gonna end this session.
The battle of the
Battle of the Bands.